just propelling me. It was, now it's taken a different form though, where it's to, with the pandemic, because there's nothing you can do, so that feeling of helplessness is its own unique feeling that none of us have ever dealt with before.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
then you reach a point that by just being affected negatively, it's literally not going to achieve anything. We're literally not going to be able to either help people or ourselves. And so this time, for me, somehow just working with and for people, in especially for COVID relief, has been a game changer in the way that I've processed my own loss as well.
Yeah.
It's just because you're just coming together to problem solve for people that you don't even know. And I don't think too many events in our lifetime are going to give us that chance to even take out that kind of time from, we're also caught up in everything that we're trying to achieve, that you don't stop to just think about the other person. And through these 2 years, that's been for me, I think, top in terms of just somehow coping with it.
That's I read a quote somewhere, and I can't remember, it was from a famous person, that if you want to feel better, just do something for someone else. That's the best way to feel better, because if you can't do anything about your situation, do something about a situation that can be helped. You know what I mean? So that's
Absolutely.
that, which makes so much sense. It makes
And Panya, it was when you think back to that phase, it's unreal to see people staying up till 4 in the morning to try and get beds and oxygen for other people. It's unbelievable.
yeah.
And we never knew that we have that kind of compassion in any of us. So it was this massive reinstator for all the
Yeah,
good that still exists as
that's
well.
so that's so true. It was, and I think it really brought people together. You know, it
It
didn't matter whatever. Everybody was just helping everybody, and you're just like, let's just, you know, like
get
every.
through with this.
Yeah, that's amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to know, like, so, a lot of like Gen Z. So I'm a millennial. I'm assuming you're a Gen Z. So first of all these terms, and then I just want to know, the thing with Gen Z is that they're mostly amazing things, but it's just that everybody is so woke and so aware of their actions and what they do and what they eat and what they buy. So sustainability is actually a really big part of like Gen Z in general. They are actually pretty aware, and they're pretty supportive of a greener, cleaner future, right? So like, what are the practices that you kind of follow, and also that you would suggest that are easy for people to start incorporating into their lives, which are sustainable? It can be anything. It doesn't have to be in fashion, in anything.
Yeah. No, so I think our generation in being aware also comes like this. I think being aware and being ignorant sometimes go hand in hand, because you start believing that you know the start to finish of what, say, something that you're buying, and you think that it's good for you, but it isn't good for that. It's having an equally negative impact sometimes, right, on the environment, for example. And my I haven't been like consciously one to be like, I live a sustainable lifestyle in that sense, but when I became aware of what sustainability means, I realized that there were somehow elements in my day that just were what we categorize under sustainable living. And I remember so I'd gone to Bhutan to kind of to visit this school, and it was a sustainable school, and I was like, I don't really know what that means,
Yeah.
but their principal told us that basically sustainable is what you can do over a long period of time, right? Um, that's when it's sustainable. Otherwise, it's just a practice that you tried and it fell through. And so for me, it's really small things that luckily mom kind of inculcated since the beginning. It there's always like plastic kind of just doesn't feature at home. It just never has. um in fact, when even vegetables would come when we were kids in plastic thellas, I remember the fight over, no, give the cloth bag, why didn't you give the cloth bag?
That's a
Because that
yeah,
time we didn't have even apps that deliver in a cotton bag if we choose that
right.
option, you know. And even like the bottles I've always had water in. Or the only thing that I think we've not touched at all is actually the clothes aspect at home, because because affordability used to be such an aspect growing up, that what was readily affordable I don't think was sustainable. And
Yeah.
so we ended up mounting closets that don't boast of that practice. And that's something that now I'm slowly trying to change. So I think we're still like a couple of years away from achieving that.
Yeah, but at least your head is in the right place. That's amazing, you know. Are you
It's
particular
a
about
thought.
like the quality of, you know, like the things that you're wearing? Because I mean, in my 20s, I wore just about anything. Like, you know, it would scratch me. I'd still wear it. I'm like, no, it's cute. I want to wear it. You know, I was crazy.
Yeah,
Now I'm just
I
like, you know,
know.
amazing. It's a good fabric. I'm not going to wear it. You know, I was actually crazy. So were you crazy like
That's
me? Are you crazy like me, or do you? It makes a difference to you?
it 100% has big. I mean, now it's crazy that I'm turning 25 this year, and I feel like now is when the headspace is changing, because a 3-year old like me at 21, 22, it was just go absolutely wild. Like you're wearing whatever it is that you feel like. And the
Yeah,
thought also never used to occur.
yeah,
So it's
yeah.
definitely a little bit of a maturity thing
Yeah.
for sure.
I myself, I'm like, what was wrong with me? I would wear the most. I have ruined my feet wearing very bad quality shoes, and now I'm, you know, like suffering from that point where I just didn't care. You know, um,
Yeah, but do you think it, Purnia, that's the thing though. Did you not care, or at that time were you just not aware, right? It
it
wasn't in the narrative like it is today as
like for
well.
example, store when I was in college, it was also like I wanted to. I just wanted more is more. I wanted with the money I had, the budget I had, I wanted to buy as much as possible. So
Yeah,
obviously, when you're investing in things that are very good quality, you're not going to get as many things.
for
And then
sure.
my aim was just to look cute. So if that meant like killing myself over it, I happily did it. You know, I was just this one crazy chick. So I realized over time that how stupid that is, you know, and but obviously that, you know, when you get older and you start working and you realize things, but you know that was a phase, and I think the
Yeah,
difference between me and like millennials and Gen Z is that they are not in this like, you know, frame of mind like from their 20s, which I find really amazing. You know, it took me to turn.
I love that you're giving them tons of credit. I think giving us tons of credit. I'm unsure if we deserve it, but
I don't.
I think we're really lucky that we have access
Yeah,
to the information, right? And also to like to brands that follow
I
sustainability, for example,
I,
so we can make those conscious choices as well.
I agree. You guys have been. You guys have a lot more information because Instagram was just coming up in my time. Now it's like a big thing. You know, so now there's
Yeah,
just information about everything, and it's totally out there for everyone to consume. You are a lot more. Yeah, you're aware a lot more. That's why. That makes sense.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
what. And which is why what I said, that the awareness and ignorance are, they go hand in hand sometimes. um
yeah.
because as that little girl who had no idea about any of this, I just used to believe that, okay, if I'm being told that give that plastic bag back and take it in a cotton bag, there must be something good in this. Or carry one big bag to the market so that all the stationery you buy, fruits you buy, everything's dumped in that one home bag. You know, even things like that just go a long way, I feel, if you really do them.
Because you're right. If you do anything regularly, it's going to make a huge impact. The idea is
Yeah,
to do, you know, like again, I don't live 100% sustainable life, but whatever I do every day. Whether it's drinking from my own water bottle, which is obviously not plastic, or using a bamboo toothbrush, using recycled tissue paper in my house. Whatever I do every day. I may
For
not do
sure. Yeah.
every like I would say every month or every 2 months I do something else, like something else small.
You
So I just
kind of add to the list,
yeah,
right?
slow
And
it so that eventually it should make a bigger impact. But I don't want to be impractical also and try and be like
for
overnight I'm going
sure.
to self, because that's
Yeah,
impossible.
absolutely.
One of the things that
There's
the
far more merit in keeping it
shampoo,
small.
yeah, the shampoo I love comes in a plastic bottle. I'm like, no, what do I do? I have to do is sacrifice my hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because every time I go shower, I look at this bottle and I'm like, why is it plastic? But anyway, oh well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a cry for more sustainable hair
Yeah.
care brands as well then.
Big, especially big beauty brands. I don't know why they don't use sustainable packaging. I mean, I know why, because it's more expensive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if
Yeah.
consumers are changing and start saying that, listen, I don't want it in a plastic bottle, and if enough people say it, then I hope maybe one day they'll change. Because it's
100,
just
it's one of those things that needs a push from both manufacturers and consumers. You know,
exactly
we
the
need to
consumers
want it
have
enough.
to pay a little more for it. Like that extra
Yeah.
whatever 1,000 or 1,000 rupees for it. You'll have to agree to pay that to be able for them to do it.
And
Uh,
really, in the same way that we kind of do for, I feel, sustainable apparel, we when we're very aware that this brand has amazing sustainable designs, we are ready mentally to pay that much more for it.
You know, I do actually, Sanjana. Like, I have sometimes people like DM me being like, why are you more expensive and what, and Gurd is really not that expensive. Honestly, we compete with most designer brands in my segment, um, in the market in India. So
Mm-hmm.
but anyway, I still get, how nobody people are never happy. So I get questions sometimes, and I always tell them that if you buy this top, for example, you can wash it 10, 20, however many times. Every time it, in fact, gets softer. Wear it as many times, the color will not run. It'll be in your closet forever. Okay,
Yeah,
that's the. Now, if you do the same thing from a high street brand, I don't want to name them. You wash it twice, and literally you will have
it's
to throw
done.
it away. What's the
Yeah,
point? Just pay 1,000 rupees extra, 500 rupees extra, because then you'll have it for much longer. Why would
for
you want to?
sure.
I'm sick of these. The
And this
first
is real. It's just so real. What you're
100%,
saying. Yeah,
100%. I'm sick of buying things from high street brands, wearing them once, they get bad in the wash, and then having to throw it. I'm like, what was the point of that?
completely.
For
Yeah,
that money,
exactly. But
whatever
that's the
money.
thing, no, once you experience this, like I've experienced it now, so now
Yeah,
I'm bitten by the bug. I'm
yeah.
personally like completely bitten by the bug, and I also like even Panya as actors, right? So much of there is that kind of narrative sometimes that runs that actors kind of can't repeat their clothes, um, and that I just couldn't disagree more with. I just
Includes
absolutely can't
school.
because I,
Clothes.
yeah,
Yeah,
so I agree that okay, fine, people looking up to us for inspiration, fashion wise, for sure. But I do think that the recycling of things and the recombination of things can serve for a lot of different kind of fashion inspiration all the time as well.
100%, 100%.
But we're miles away from actually truly seeing that in popular culture just yet. We're
Yeah,
not there
like
yet.
their actors or their celebrities still doing it. Like for example, Kate Middleton, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's a fashion icon, and she is the queen of repeating her clothes. She just repeats them for really important events too, and
Yeah,
I
and like, and
love
add
it.
something new to them because she's
Yeah,
grown and evolved in the time that she wore it the last time, and it's
yeah,
beautiful to see.
so cool. So who would be like your fashion icon? Like who do you stalk on Instagram to see what are they wearing? Let me see what this girl's wearing today or tomorrow. Like let me see what she
Um, that's
just for
that's
fashion.
interesting. Yeah,
Yeah,
I um so
it could be a blogger also.
I think it's sorry.
I said it could be a blogger also if it's not an actor that you love for their fashion.
Right, yeah. I think so. I've always loved. I've told Masoom this many times that I love. I don't think I've ever seen someone play with all sorts of styles as easily as she does,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that just gives. I've loved that, and I haven't. I've actually been introduced to her fairly recently. Not I haven't known of her for a long time, but just growing up, like I hope not growing up, but like since I was a younger teenager, Sonam for me redefined what Indian women could do with fashion. It was I
Yeah.
remember we were in like the 8th grade and the 9th grade and just seeing her visuals, we hadn't seen anything like that in India before. And so much of how the culture is today is kind of credit to her. So I think when I think back, it was definitely the starting point. A lot of it was Sonam for sure.
No, I think a lot of girls would agree with you. I feel like
Yeah,
so many girls have like girl fashion crushes on her. You know, it's
hundred
like
percent,
they all talk about it. Yeah. What about for
hundred
beauty?
percent.
What about for beauty, for like hair, makeup, and stuff? Who do you like love and look up to?
For beauty, I've always I was the girl who just I used to put one thick line of kajal always because we were allowed kajal, not allowed, but we pulled kajal off in school. So it was only like 4 5 years ago that I realized that you can also just put mascara. You don't have to always put kajal.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Anushka for me has always been like, I always feel like this is exactly what I feel will suit me. So I've I think subconsciously always looked up uh, to her.
The best part about her beauty is that she just looks like always looks fresh, like she has the best skin in the world. That's her
Yeah,
beauty. That's her like her makeup look, no makeup look. You know, it's amazing.
exactly. Yeah. And I to date don't like, I still don't like, own a foundation or haven't figured which one I should use or whether I should use one. Um, so I feel I support that completely because I think it's also comes from how your influences are. I was never surrounded by girls, whether older or my friends, who used to wear too much makeup. So
Growing up in Delhi, how is that possible?
yeah, it's crazy because I was always surrounded by the crazy, like either athletes or
Yeah.
dancers,
Huh.
who are just so crazy about being physically active that they couldn't care less about how the hair is looking or the face is looking.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, yeah,
So, or like your thing. Even me, I mean, for me, like the best makeup look is having good skin. So you don't need makeup. Like that's my goal in life. Although I don't eat healthy enough for that and I need to change that. But like that's the goal. Like the goal is to have such good skin that you don't need makeup or you need very less makeup, because that would be ideal.
yeah, for
Because
sure.
I honestly find where putting on makeup a chore. Like it's not like how girls love it, they enjoy it and all. It's like I've never
Yeah, I
yeah.
can't relate to that at all.
Yeah. I'm like someone
Um,
do fine, but doing it yourself and all, oh my god, it's
Yeah, I try to really now, make peace with because we have to sit in the chair for an hour every day at work. So now I've made peace with that. But then
but
when you're off duty, all the more you just want to be totally clean without
you want
anything.
to breathe now because for so long you're shooting with the makeup, with the lights. I mean, it must be a lot on your skin, it
Clogs
immediately.
up fully.
And then
Yeah.
my biggest pet peeve is putting makeup and then taking it off is like that is the
Manya,
pain.
I can't explain to you how irresponsible I used to be with that.
I still sometimes am so bad. It's the worst thing you can do for yourself. You have
But
to
you
take.
can't. Yeah, that can't be a thing. Cannot go to sleep with it on. That is not on.
But like, imagine
Yeah,
you've had a long day and you finally come home and you just want to hit your bed and you're like, now I have to take this off. It's like the
I
worst thing.
know. It's the hardest thing to fight, but I think it pays off. We're
I
better off
Cormac was
doing
like,
it.
any cream, don't do anything. I don't care. Just take off your bloody makeup when you go to bed. That's it. Wash your.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
fine. I'll do that.
Yeah. One
That and
hundred percent.
okay, I'm gonna take one or
But
two questions. No,
yeah,
say you.
I'm saying that with with skin is also, I think, the same logic as we discussed with hair, though. It's again, the moment you're eating processed stuff, oily stuff,
Yeah,
there's, yeah, it
diet. I
just
mean,
goes.
be healthy when I'm at least when I'm at home, but it's so hard because I live to eat. But oh well. Are you a big foodie? Because most Delhi people are.
Huge.
It's like
Huge.
everyone
Yeah,
in Delhi.
my parents used to run this small kebab restaurant when I was a kid.
Ooh, yeah.
So,
Where
yeah, so it's just constant. It's
is
a
this
food
kebab
party.
still around?
No, it shut down. They couldn't deal with running it and raising my brother and me. So I unfortunately didn't get to experience it too much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If there are people asking you to marry them, is that something you would want to do later, or you're just too young and you can't be bothered?
No, in life,
Yeah,
in
in life.
general, 100, yeah, yeah. I'm all for, I mean, whichever form of companionship, but like, if I can't kind of wait to just spend every living second with that human, might as well marry them.
So definitely, they can keep asking maybe after a couple of years. But I guess you just started your career and you're busy working, guys. So leave her alone. Let her work.
But also, work and shadi can happen together. That's not a thing.
No, 100%. I mean, I work full time and I'm married now, but whatever it is that there is a shift. And I'm like a
100%.
super like feminist, works all the time. I believe in like, I don't believe in like, being domesticated at all because I don't even enjoy it, to be honest.
Yeah.
But then you could be the, like a completely working woman, but there is a shift. I can't explain it.
No,
There is,
100%.
you
Yeah.
know,
I can so imagine. Yeah.
you suddenly have like, I don't know why it's a thing, but something else to do and something else to take care of. It's um
For sure.
I don't know what it is. It's
Yeah.
weird because partnership, but it should be easy, but I don't know. It's little more than a roommate. I was hoping it'd just be like a roommate and you're just like, what's
If
up?
only. Yeah. No,
Oh,
but you're so right. I mean, right now for us kids, it's literally about like, our just zoning in and doing exactly.
focus on your
Yeah.
life, happy, focus on your work, and you don't have to think about anything else. That's the best part about being alone.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
But the negatives it comes with, I think, far outweigh the all the warm and fuzzy things that also
That's
come with. Yeah.
That's right. I think at the right time and place, everything is nice. You know what I
For
mean?
sure.
It's
For
the when
sure.
people are out of place and out of time. What's your favorite color?
Yeah.
Somebody
My favorite color is black.
really?
You will, yeah. Only these pinks and oranges have only come into my life with the work that we do now. Otherwise, my entire closet is black.
Oh, I would not have expected that because you're just so cheery, and I guess you're in red right now, and I don't know. I would never expect that.
Yeah, that's what like um I'm trying to better it. I'm trying to add some colors in so it's on.
I mean, you look beautiful in red. And I was gonna ask, would you ever do like South films or like other regional cinema? Like you've done Hindi, you've started with Hindi. Would you
Yeah.
do other? Was there something that would interest you?
There's 100% now, 100%. Um because I've come to realize that like wherever the story is the best. I also love linguistics, so I'm pretty good with learning up new
Oh yeah,
languages.
easily like languages.
Yeah, yeah.
I,
I've been a nerd actually. I was very studious throughout my life. So you give me anything and tell me to learn it, I will just be this one diligent child and kind of, you know.
wow. But with languages, especially with in films and all, it's not just about like learning the lines, but getting that accent, getting that slight dialect, and it's not
Yeah,
easy. Have the
it's
knack
in
for it.
fact just the lines is not like for Dil Bechara Apanya, I'm half a Punjabi and half a Gujarati
Yeah.
by from what mom and dad are. I was playing a Bengali girl, and my director told me that I don't want you to just mug up the Bengali lines that's in the script. We have 6 months for prep. Start learning. I want you to learn the language from its roots, like literally start from scratch. And as an adult, to start learning a new language is phenomenally hard.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but once I did, and I was able to improv in Bangla, how it just makes you feel so good because you just realize
Huh.
that anything is kind of possible once you. It's phenomenally challenging, but then it's too much fun as well. So,
So say
but
something,
South Indian languages,
something in Bengali.
uh,
I mean, I'm sure you remember something.
I remember tons. I'm good at it conversationally. Um,
I mean, I know nothing. My sister is marrying a Bengali boy this year.
then
Here,
I'm
I
gonna
mean, I've
chat with him,
not even learned one word. What
or
should I say?
maybe you.
What should I say to when they sign their court papers and they're officially married, which is next week? What should I say to him? Teach.
Um, oh shit! I haven't thought in Bangla in so long.
Okay, send me a voice note later.
Yeah, I think a voice note's coming your way.
Do
Yeah,
you like French and other languages?
French is where it started from. Yeah,
I had a
because in
friend.
school I dropped Hindi in the eighth and just I was like, let's just do
Me
French
too.
for
Me
fun.
too. And in French class, I used to hide snacks in my bag. I used to do my makeup and I used to eat snacks. That's why till today I don't speak a word of French. Disaster.
I learned that we don't learn the French that is needed when I went to Paris to shoot.
Oh yeah.
That
I was,
I was like, I know French. I can. You watch me. I used to tell everyone, guys, just you come, just follow me. And then the first time they spoke, I was just like, what did you just say to me? There was no concept. So yeah. But
yeah.
coming back to whether I'll do regional stuff,
Yeah. Yeah.
interestingly, right after Mandy, um, my my mom's phone started blowing up with like calls from the south. I remember,
Oh.
um, to the point that like then once we were like, let's go to Hyderabad and let's kind of meet with everyone that's wanting to work with us. It always involved either like leaving school or school suffering and stuff like that, which I wasn't kind of willing to do. And it
Yeah.
was always as a 16-year-old having to play like an older woman and stuff like that. Yeah. So it didn't kind of feel right at the time. But I think now, with how everything's just merged, I watch
Yeah.
Malayali films all the time now because they're
Italian
making
films
some.
are so beautiful. I discovered them in COVID. Like I never used to watch them before, and they're so beautiful.
Exactly.
Have you seen
Exactly.
Sufiyam? I saw one of that one. It's something I can't remember the
I
name.
haven't yet.
Okay, it's called Sujatam,
But
Sufiyam, Sujatam. I don't know, one of those with this more Swedish
yeah,
lord. I have no idea who he is. Who's playing like a Sufi saint. Anybody's very hot, and that music will like literally. I heard that album for like a week. The music was so good. I didn't understand what they were saying, but it was so good, so
yeah,
beautiful.
they're on another level. And to know that they make them on these really small, sweet budgets and they make such beautiful films, it's
Yeah.
insane. Yeah. But this is all courtesy Bahubali changing everything, of course. That just made it one big world,
I
collective world. Yeah.
big Bahubali fan.
I wasn't because I've never been into that genre. But then it's one of those larger than life classics that you just have to watch. Once I did, I was like, I see why. You
Yeah.
know,
Would you do a drama?
I would love to. I would
I love,
love to.
you know,
Yeah.
especially the women in period films, the way they don't look in any other films,
And I
even
think
period
for
films
us,
or here. Yeah.
we visualize these women as well, right? While dancing, somehow my
That's
mind
true.
used to be
That's
there
true.
only all the
That's
time.
so, that's so true.
Yeah.
I'm just so happy. It was just so happy and nice. I'm so happy and it was so nice chatting with you. I can't wait to see you in a Malayali film, Bengali, French. At this point, anything. I think you're just stuck a little bit. Did you hear me?
I lost you for like a couple of seconds.
Huh. It was so nice. Okay, I think she's stuck again. 1 second. Okay, guys, I think Sanjana is stuck again. Let's just wait for like a minute. If she doesn't, then we can end the live because we were going to end it anyway. It's gone on for a while. Yeah, I think she left. Okay. Well, thanks for joining, guys. That was so much fun. And if you logged in towards the end of it, you can see the whole thing on the Good Organics page, Insta page. Okay.